Hello and welcome to my channel Health and Wellness with Emma Mentel. This is my day 4 update of my planned 21-day fast. I'm about 94 hours in to my fast. I didn't do an update on day 3. The day ran away with me and I thought I would just check in today rather. So from the 48-hour to the 72-hour mark, amazing things happen in the body, quite miraculous. As Dr. Mindy Powell says, no drug can do what this 48 and 72-hour fast does to the body. So it's always very helpful for me to look at the timeline and what happens. A little bit more about that just now. But where I'm at, my blood glucose has been fine. It has come down, but not anything to be concerned about. My energy has been really good. My day 3, which was yesterday, is always really my euphoric day, feeling very energized, very focused, lots of clarity. So from that point of view, everything going really well. And this is familiar territory for me, as those of you who've been following me for some time would have noticed from previous fasts. Some of the things that I'm noticing or observing is that I have a strong ketone taste in my body, and because I haven't added any flavors other than probably 2 cups of coffee a day and then some water with minerals and salt, is that there's definitely something happening that suggests to my mind in a way that I'm missing flavor. I felt that flavor was starting to become something that was not getting in the way of my fast in any way, but missing flavor was some thought I had around, if I do this for such a long time, will I be missing the taste of food? And obviously that can be an obstacle if you're trying to stick to something as strict as this, or you can just observe that and notice, because your senses definitely become so much stronger in the absence of food and with ketosis. So your smell, your sight, your hearing, I'm finding that my senses are really quite acutely tuned in. What I did today, earlier this afternoon, was to blend some ginger and lemon, and I had that with hot water and a pinch of salt, and the flavor was really nice. I really enjoyed that. It just felt like, yay, this is not anything that's going to break my fast or pull me out of ketosis, but it really just was delicious to taste something that had such a pleasant taste, and I think that's going to be really helpful. Fortunately, our weather is also cooler, so having something like that as a tea just felt really nice. For those of you who are curious to know what happens in the body between the 48 and the 72-hour mark and going forward, so autophagy been happening since about 18 hours. And then at 48 hours, we get a really good dopamine reboot and reset. So that is why day 3 usually feels so lovely. Dopamine is that neurotransmitter of more. It's that reward neurotransmitter. And also imagine the cavemen would have probably needed that boost of dopamine to motivate them to go after food. So I feel that day 3 to be really such a positive and energized day. Then also the reset of the Krebs cycle, which is to do with our mitochondria and the energy production. It gets such a big boost from 48 hours. And these molecules that then help to support the Krebs cycle, things like your glutathione, NAD. A lot of people go for intravenous glutathione and spend a lot of money on the NAD, which is one of those transport molecules. But these really help the cells to perform so well. So getting this boost really makes one feel quite energized. And I like the sense of that. At 72 hours and after that, so that was from my last night, we get quite a amazing reboot of stem cells. Isn't that incredible? It's so miraculous. So I'm now almost 24 hours into that stem cell reboot, production, reset. And I always think of that as a big anti-aging tool, really getting your body to reboot on all these levels. So that's just some of the technical information. I know that this is familiar territory for me still, and who knows what's going to happen to my blood sugar and my thoughts, intrusive thoughts, from the weekend when I would have normally started preparing a bone broth to break my fast. So every day I take it as it goes, and I'm going to either adapt or not adapt to my fast depending on where the blood sugar ends up going from the weekend and how I feel. I'm going to continue with my minerals. I'm going to continue with my electrolyte drops as well. What I really focus on during this time is to thank my body, to really go into this deep gratitude for how miraculous this is, what the body can do without food. And when you have this biggest why, one of the most important things when you want to do a longer fast, 24 hours, 36, 48 or longer, is to keep reminding yourself of your biggest why, so that when there's temptation or when there's something that tries to distract you from your initial commitment, you can remind yourself of what your reason was. So I've been around people who've been eating, I've been around coffee shops in the last few days, and it's not a temptation for me at all, because at this stage I'm still highly motivated to complete 21 days, whether it's completely without food or perhaps with a broth. We'll see about that when the time comes. But my biggest why is still a very big motivator for me. I also find it really supportive to have community, to have 2 other people that I can check in with to see how they're doing, to hear their feedback. I've so far lost 2.5 kilograms, so that's also really positive. This is weight that should have stayed off, because I've been going up and down with this for a few months, and that's been really frustrating. And I really hope that I can let go of this weight barrier now once and for all, feeling safe without it, feeling like I don't need the protection, the sort of symbolic protection that the weight offers me, feeling like my nervous system will feel comfortable at a low weight. So the nervous system regulation is such an important part of going into such an extended fast, because it is a physiological stress on the body. And if you're not going to do the kinds of things that keep you calm, a meditation or breathing, I've been swimming in the ocean, and that for me is always so uplifting and and supportive, you might find that your nervous system will complain quite a bit. Ketosis really carries me, so the hunger is minimal. There are little waves of it, but they don't last very long. It's also not very intense, and as you can see, everything is going well, and I'm hoping to introduce one or both of my fellow long fast team friends to you tomorrow, or tomorrow and Saturday, just to hear from them how they're finding it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for visiting this channel. Please comment below in the comments section if you have any questions, if there's anything you would like me to answer in my next video, and also if you would like to perhaps join one of my online fasting courses, you can always visit my other social media platforms to see when I will be offering that again. So for now, all is going well, approaching this 96-hour mark, and yeah, after tomorrow and into Saturday, I'll be really curious to see what my blood glucose is doing and where this takes me when I go into this unfamiliar sort of zone with a longer fast. But I'm really enjoying this, and all is going well. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate your follows, your shares, and your comments.